This is Richard Soos, back reading from Selected Poems, 1965 to 2015. The sixth book I wrote is called A Foreign Landscape, and it was published in 1984. I was working on transcribing dreams, the images of dreams. So dreams were the landscape, and what was foreign about it was doing it. I really liked this book a lot. It took a lot of work to learn how to see. Once I began to see the dreams, then it became an object of putting them down into some sort of arena that made sense. The first poem that was selected from the book is called Vinum Daemonum. It's from an old Roman saying that poetry was the wine of the devils. Vinum Daemonum. My embroidered grammar is kneaded into loaves that sit to rise in the morning sunlight. The dough is patient and changes shape by noon, vaguely resembling its past incarnation of dizzying language spilled from an enclosure which houses ink and gauges the ink with some precision. The heart through your eyes. Beneath the sea is a glass, with painted models singing in the ether. A porcelain dancer tapped gently calls forth in the proper key. The wine has been swallowed by the silence. The strings of my lute remain taut, although the glues have softened to the point where the tunes can be played only with my breath. Reveries. The latitude of the sun blows smoke through twisted leaves. The evening fog whispers a soft spray toward your gold-braided skirt. The olive trees of California breed from the Mediterranean in the moonlight. A poem read in the mist of a light rainfall, moved with silence through a foreign landscape. Untitled. You shall face the fruit of a fable pulsing through my tranquil bloodstream and dream the diagrams of my words. Untitled. The shamans of all tribes soar in drunken fellowship on the bearings of the stars. The passion of flight. As the dawn dries dew off stones, let me watch you vanish through the flute of atmosphere. The shell surrounding my soul has disappeared. I shall not allow the rippling breezes of my heart to threaten your silence. I shall call a bird to quell the dances of any tempest which may break a wing. Dream. You fly higher than Icarus, with wings that do not melt. A single breath warms many weeks. We are aware. A dream does not become a dream until it is over. Wine. I paint deep eyes on the white canvas. They collapse in determined melodic chants and hunt the song of uncommon shadows. While I draw in the belly, shoulders, and hair, the stomach pulses with laughter and the shoulders dance. The hair unwinds and becomes difficult because the eyes begin to dazzle. The painting begins to watch my nervous trembling as I reach for more drink. The feet are no different than the softness of other painted feet. yet they paced the floor, giggling madly. The clothing I paint loose. This painting is left undone. I will not watch the lips and fingers blossom their own knowledge. I cannot. I sweep the studio clean and go home to finish the bottle. Tomorrow I'll buy a new canvas. Strong toil of grace. From behind the trees you dance with the grasshoppers in a precise condition of clarity. The ballet slippers summon your feet with elaborate powers. Suns swirl in the background. You dance with the warm music higher with each twirl and leap. The grasshoppers crowd you with song when you swirl through the spines of dead leaves. Thirst. I cup my fingers and drink from a river blazing with ships spread along the further edges as you dance higher on the horizon. Embracing the heart. The gypsy sings the mystical revelation of an undulating rhythm taking root in concealed magic. With docile swaying, the gypsy chants the primeval struggle between eros and agape, cradling the conscious existence in a language embracing infatuation. Broken wine bottles thrown by the gypsy after fervent conquests of sacred altars expose secret caverns enchanted with dreams. The gypsy sings of freedom from discourse and meditation. Passion. Hanging from a tree, fruit ripens in specified seasons. The stories inside moisten and may be dried for rebirth. Footsteps burn in the realm of sleep. You walk toward me, I pass through and beyond myself, surveying the arrival of each abyss in memory. The tide washes our feet. Your cheeks magnify a submissive madness, modulating through joy and laughter. I translate the music of those moments. A seduction. We look into each other's eyes, whispering visions while dancing upon fresh seaweed. Looking for a raindrop. A persistent resonance sings your joy and flight through a fragile wooden flute. The strains reach my breath and I become my own passion, a lunatic dream of myself. The sea. Lovers create a perfect poetry on the beach. As the tide cools the whispers of their thighs, the plankton wades without control of its movements in the manner of my guitar strings and the fibers ripping from my heart. War scars. My clothes are leftovers from the past. My legs are leftovers from the past. My pounding temple and bleeding stomach are leftovers from the past. The bone in my temple was split moments after the bones in my legs. I sometimes dance now, sometimes walk as a cripple. It is not easy to remember the past. I am reminded each day is a war. Words. Words become magnets which consecrate blood. I live with the images and draw power from them. I shout at the thunderbolt with unmerciful voice. Love is not easily cultivated. seldom ripens for a lifetime. I do not choose words for lovers to struggle with. I am for a trajectory of simple sincerity. Thanks for listening to part 6 of my selected poems. We'll be back very soon with part 7. See you then.